Hello and welcome back to Carsick.my for another review video. This time around, I'll be taking a look at BMW's most budget-friendly crossover, the BMW X1. The locally assembled BMW X1 is BMW's entry-level vehicle that enabled new buyers to buy into the BMW lifestyle. Being a locally assembled vehicle, the X1 is priced so competitively that it's competing with small premium sedans rather than other premium crossovers. The current generation X1 has been on the market since 2015, and the facelifted model that I have here started being locally assembled back in July 2020. The BMW X1 is the type of vehicle that blends into the traffic easily, as it is not the kind of vehicle that attracts attention. Since my opportunity of reviewing the X1, I noticed that BMW actually sold quite a number of them in Malaysia. At first glance, the X1 do carry the modern day BMW look where a large kidney grille sits at the front of the crossover. Beside the grille, the full LED headlights provide good visibility in low light situations. I particularly like the design of the daytime running lights, especially the details that BMW puts into it to give it a distinctive look. On board, I was greeted by that familiar BMW interior smell, and being a BMW product, the dashboard also gave a sense of familiarity to BMW owners. The main color theme for the X1 interior are black on black on black with a hint of silver. Overall, the interior felt premium and very well put together. Getting behind the wheel, I was presented with an instrument cluster that combines digital display with analog dials. It creates a modern version of the old-style instrument cluster that BMW used to have. At the center, there's an 8.8-inch iDrive display system that controls the infotainment part of the vehicle. The display quality is high, and it is particularly evident when the reverse camera is switched on. Sadly, the infotainment does not feature any Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, which is quite disappointing. Come on BMW, it's already 2021. As for the seats, getting comfortable in the driver's seat is very easy. The thing that I felt uncomfortable is the seat belt, where the X1 didn't come with seat belt height adjuster for the driver, and it causes the seat belt to scrape onto my neck. On the plus side, there are plenty of storage compartments around the front seats to store items inside the X1. Heading to the back seats, the amount of shoulder room available indicates that the X1 is mainly designed to seat 2 persons at the rear comfortably, as 3 persons will definitely be a squeeze. The legroom for the rear passenger is huge, and the rear passengers can charge their phones through the 2 USB-C outlets below the rear aircon vents. As for boot space, the X1 has a rather deep boot with a storage area under the boot floor. If any owners who wish to load longer items, the rear seats can be folded down to create an almost flat floor to allow bulky items to be pushed forward. Under the hood, the X1 is powered by a 3-cylinder turbocharged 1.5-litre engine, and it is paired to a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. Here are the specifications of the engine. Even though under the hood is a 3-cylinder engine, the engine felt so much smoother than what I'm expecting. At times, I do feel the vibration of the engine, especially during startup. When driving, the engine has enough pulling power to pull the X1 uphill. but turbo lag can be evident, especially after lifting off from the throttle pedal and stepping on it again. And for the transmission, the DCT that BMW uses in the X1 changes gear instantaneously and seamlessly. I find that the transmission performance is on par with the best in the business, which are the DCTs from the Volkswagen Group. Being a BMW, I have high hopes in the driving dynamics of the X1, and it clearly does not disappoint me. When taking a corner, the weight of the steering wheel tends to be on the heavier side, which it's trying to mimic the feel of a hydraulic power steering system. On the flip side, the steering wheel do provide confidence to the driver when navigating through the bends. BMW has also blessed the X1 with a well-tuned suspension and a stiff chassis in keeping the vehicle body movement in check. Apart from that, the suspension also does a good job in absorbing the bumpiness of the 225/55 R17 run flat tires. Grip wise, the tires has plenty of grip to pull the X1 through the bends in a controlled manner. The brakes on the X1 is one of the highlights for the vehicle, as the brakes on it has the ability to handle a lot more power than what the 1.5 litre can produce. Despite having a strong brake, new owners will definitely need some time to get used to the sensitive brakes. At high speed, the brakes are definitely on point and has plenty of stopping power to slow the X1 down. As for safety and driver assistance systems, it is rather basic. The systems include For a modern vehicle, the lack of constant beeping from the safety system is rather refreshing. It felt peaceful when driving the X1. The beeps only comes in when the car detected imminent danger. With a price of 215,800 ringgit, the X1 is one of the most budget-friendly crossover in the BMW lineup. It is priced even lower than the locally assembled 218i, which is a sedan. The X1 is suitable for those who wanted to experience the BMW lifestyle at a budget-friendly range and yet has the ability to load things up when needed. Even though the X1 is a very capable vehicle, I don't think the X1 is my cup of tea, but it definitely fits into the needs of a small family. Thank you for watching. Please help me leave a like and subscribe to Carsick YouTube channel for more review video. If you would love to find out more, you can head on over to our website Carsick.my for the latest news about the automotive world. Stay tuned and see you next time.